See, TMG.
You saw that Usyk was that.
Well, him himself should have realised that this guy's hitting me more than I'm hitting him. But obviously, when your corner's coming back and saying beautiful, beautiful, I just don't know how that happened, because you could see, as the student of the game, which he's claiming that wanted to be, you should be able to feel, or maybe it's just not being honest with yourself, that I'm actually getting peppered here, and my corners, they're not, what they're saying is not
It's not going.
Yeah, it's not going the way I want it to go. But then again, it depends how you say it, because remember Samuel came and said, hey, that's the best he's seen AJ fight, technically speaking. So maybe people saw it differently.
in the face.
But yeah, he had to get rid of the corner. What's his name? I can't remember his name again. Old Gigan or something like that. I can't remember his name.
He got a new trainer. The trainer also coaches.
He got.
Is it Canelo? It's not Canelo's on.
No, it was I forgot his name now. All the names I'm forgetting. Escaping me. He's a Mexican guy. Not Ruiz. He's gonna make him hopefully more aggressive. Bring back the old AJ, more destructive. Not Fury. So they're going to be Usyk. And be aggressive, take the fight, hard shots, down punches. Of course, you got to give him looks. You can't just become like a wrecking ball.
Play to his own strengths.
Yeah, play to your strengths. You know, try to get him on the ropes and load. Because Usyk is a tank as well to go with it.
Yeah.
And so the best way to take those things away.
Garcia as the new trainer.
Robert Garcia, that's one. The best way to get rid of all those things is to attack that body, give him stiff, hard shots. And stand him and finish the job. Or if you can't finish the job, at least knock him down a few times. I mean, Usyk's been knocked down before, maybe not in the professional ranks, I believe.
Oh, he got knocked down by Bert BF.
But in the amateurs, he's been knocked down a lot. And it's honest, I was watching a clip as well. They said body punches is maybe Usyk's weakness, or maybe soft center. He's amateurs at least, and sometimes in the professionals, a couple of times, he's taking body shots and he's stunned him bad. But then again, no one does take it well to the body. To be fair, like if you hit.
Guys are not going with intent to the body. How many body punches did AJ even hit him?
AJ landed 15. He didn't really say how many of them were power punches. Some of them could be jabs. Remember I said if AJ landed 10 more power punches to the body, he probably would have won that fight. Especially now that I'm seeing that even more so now that I've seen what I've seen. Like AJ's power and Usyk's not apparent, but it appears to be like he's
Softer center.
You know, you corner him up left and right, hooks you on loads. Even if she's blocking it, you punch through his arms, his elbows. AJ's got enough power. But the thing is, does AJ have the tank to do that for 12 rounds? Not against a normal guy, but someone like Usyk who raises the pace to obscene levels. Yeah. So it's gonna be. That's what happened to AJ in the last fight. Like Usyk was raised the pace of the fight. So your stamina could be really great, but Usyk's stamina is immense. It's elite, probably all-time great. So he's taking you up to a whole different level. That's what kind of like what Mary used to do. You know, your stamina is good, but he's taking you to a whole different level. And especially the way you constantly the mental pressure, always thinking what's he gonna do next, which Usyk does bring as well. That takes its toll. So it's tough.
If AJ had as much heart as he did in that uni room with the Loughborough students, maybe we'd beat you.
Then AJ here is come up to the studio and knock you out, man.
I said straight to his face.
Slap your jaws.
I said, you know, he's gonna
That video was funny, fam.
He's gonna smack the jaw. AJ, whoa, fam. It's a lot of talk. This man can't do nothing though. What? Beat Usyk.
I'm kind of happy he did that. Because he got.
That's alright. He tried to dispose the nice guy thing.
No, because a lot of fans they chat shit and they think you
They
don't
put
want
them
to
in
do
their
anything.
place. Like, yeah, I mean, I get it.
Is that sometimes? Sorry, sometimes the basketball players coming back at fans. You know, just because I'm an elite athlete, I have means does. You can't talk to me any type of way.
Fam, these elite athletes, they're not animals. They're human beings, fam.
It's not a circus.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know, you know, obviously as a fan, you kind of either see them, you know, from afar in like a sporting arena or through like a TV or whatever. But fam, they're human beings, bro. Like, you know, how would you like if you're at your job and someone's heckling you, saying like, you know, shouting obscenities at you, fam?
I think
saying,
that's
what people don't
That's
understand.
what needs to happen. Imagine that you're at your office. That's what I'm saying.
Someone's standing over you going, you're fucking shit. Nah.
You're terrible. You got those numbers wrong. You lost us having so much money. You're a disgrace. I'm gonna trade you to this different company.
Trade him. This guy's not
This guy, you right, man.
You failed GDPR. Oh no. We're gonna bench you for a minute.
You see what I'm saying?
If it's that work, sometimes they'll crack.
Fam,
they'll crack.
You'd be amazed how many normal people would crack. Now, obviously, elite athletes are different because they're getting paid high amounts of money to take on that scrutiny.
Do you know Do you know what's so mad?
But
it's not even about work. Fam, when you're an elite athlete, them men are doing it and you're just on a random time when you're not even at work. The message is, hey, it's just shit. Someone just typing that randomly on the internet. Fam, they're making up rumors. What
Do you know
about
what I
that AJ, Amir Khan's wife rumor?
Oh yeah.
AJ like,
You
what?
wake up one morning like, oh yeah, AJ's been sleeping around.
What? Bro, that man takes a lot of scrutiny.
Right.
But, hey man, he started talking back.
Especially as a black man. Can you imagine what his Insta DMs look like? Can you imagine?
Nuts,
Can you imagine what that must be like?
Must be crazy.
And you know, it went from that period where he was the nation's sweetheart to now everyone wants to just get their jokes off on AJ.
Bro.
Because it happened as well. I was watching a video on Talksport, shout out Talksport, they were saying, obviously AJ's kind of decline has coincided with Fury's rise and decline. And obviously Fury's a lot more relatable to a lot more of people in this country. It's that as well. And he, you know, yeah, basically that, and he's come from underdog type of story, went fat, came back, so even relatable to even more people who are suffering from kind of depression and all that sort of stuff. So, and obviously, Fury's now top of the world, the heavyweight world at least. He's beat Wilder 3 times. You know, even though AJ's resume overall, in my opinion, is better, but what Fury does have, which it doesn't, Fury, he stopped Klitschko in his tracks, but he's the first guy to do it in 10 years, and he, you know, exposed Klitschko, and now he's exposed Wilder, and those were
two kind of elite,
two prime fighters aside from AJ. AJ beat a lot of other guys at the lower level, two high level competitors, but not the big names, especially the casual fan. We just hear the only guys you know, like maybe Klitschko had all the belts, Wilder had all the belts. You know, obviously, you know AJ, you know Fury. You might know Usyk now. All the other guys, you don't really know.
He disciplined White when they were coming up.
Sorry?
AJ did discipline.
Yeah, that's before White was known.
White been disciplined by a lot of men, so.
White, you just can't compare that elite level.
But the funny thing is, I think White would have given Usyk a very good fight, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think you should just...
After what he did to Fury, I don't know.
Yeah.
Before that fight, I would have liked to have finished because White would have given it his all, but that Fury fight didn't give it his all. From outside looking in, it would appear that way.
He gave his all and got
worked.
Or maybe...
And hey, Fury just gave him the whoop. And just, that push was good, though. He gave him the 2-hand.
Or maybe the skill level, just that, the skill on the level and the size dynamics was that much.
Do you think Chisora is the only man he can beat?
Who? He beat Chisora, beat Parker, even though the last stage of that fight he was getting in trouble. He beat Rivas, he beat Povetkin after the rematch.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, White's
just
fighter.
It's just not the best in the world.
He's just in that level. He's the best of that second level. That's just.
I mean, if the likes of
wait, is there anyone coming up? Is there any cruiserweight that we're gonna see? Is there any light heavyweight that's gonna step up too much?
Let's see what's his name Okoye can do, but I don't think he'll be at that. Oh, I don't think he'll be able to be the likes of AJ Fury and Usyk. We'll see what he can do after. There's the guy I said before, the young boy from America, like 10-0. Forget his name.
Jamila.
Not Jamila.
Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson. He's got a bit of talent. We'll see. Aside from that, it's not. I like Frank Sanchez. He's a bit older. Jojo's. Yeah.
Oh, he might be 40 then.
Cuban. Oh, yeah, since Cuban. He's have Cuban Colombia. I believe he's Cuban. A lot of decent guys, but no real young, you know, eye-popping talent like obviously what AJ was back when he was coming up. And I guess what. To be honest, someone might be just waiting to do what Wilder ended up doing. You know, have like 30 fights and eventually come up with a belt, and then between your 30 and 40 fight, you end up being.
Doesn't the bar hold the regular?
So does the bar? We'll see what the bar can do if he improves, because the bar's still very young.
Yeah, he fought a tough man in that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say people, heavyweights are different to other weights. I mean,
that's why no one's trying to fight Joyce, because Joyce is just it's a tough fight. Well, you know,
it's a tough fight. No real recognition, no real money in it. So yeah, but what I say about Dubois, I mean, and other heavyweights, when AJ first lost, literally every single heavyweight loses. Like all the best.
They've got losses on their record.
Apart from Marciano and Fury right now, all the world championship heavyweight fighters.
All on their record.
Marciano was heavyweight.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, all of them. Rocky Marciano.
I'm watching some of the Four Kings recently fights.
You watching them?
Yeah.
Oh, you doing your research? What can you tell us?
Hearns versus what's the guy that recently died?
Hagler.
Yeah, that first round.
Says the best rounds ever.
Crazy man.
Crazy round.
And then Hearns, obviously, Hearns a good fighter, man.
He's unfortunate. I believe he beat Duran.
Sugar Ray is the best of the four, isn't it?
Because Sugar Ray's beating them all.
He beat Duran, yeah, he did beat Duran.
I need to watch the Hagler Leonard fight, because that was very controversial. The cards, so I need to watch it for myself to see round by round again to see what actually happened. But yeah, but BF lastly.
Fam, that guy is an absolute killer.
Heavy hands. What, 19 or what?
Scary, man.
His hands are heavy, fam. The way he was doing to Joe Smith, because Joe Smith tried to fight fire with fire, but boy, Berbia's hands are.
Was that second round?
Yeah.
Those hands are heavy.
I wish it laughed.
Because he knocked him down with so many different types of punches.
He's more skilled than people give him credit for.
Flipping.
The thing is, he has heavier hands than Joe Smith, and he's more skilled. So what Joe Smith?
Disaster.
Yeah,
I thought Joe Smith was gonna come defensive and maybe sit back.
no, that's not really. I knew Joe Smith would be more offensive. I didn't expect it to be that offensive because Joe Smith, that's what he's known for, big puncher, not really the technical box like that. So that's his calling card. So yeah,
He stood there and took some of the body punches. Whew, sorry for the guy for Smith.
You got punished, man.
He got punished.
You got punished.
yeah, they're gonna fight. Oh yeah, we should go to the fight.
Smith, Berbia versus Yard. But that'd be a good fight because Yard is quick. I mean, Yard is quick and he has intensity. But I just don't know. You know, in a lot of fights, you just don't know what version will come up on that day. Like,
can't be sure.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed I know what Berbia is gonna give me 100%. Every day. But I don't know what Yard is gonna give me.
Paulie said those Eastern Europeans, they're built different, bro. You can't really bet those guys mentally. Them guys have been through hell and back.
Man, it's so. They're so consistent. They're not gonna give you an up or down. This is what really hurts me about Joshua, Yard. These guys, they just every single. You don't know what fight is gonna come to the ring. Like at least for Fury, you know what is gonna come. If he says he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, skill set's coming every single fight.
But these guys, they're based on unlike the African American boxers. These guys their abilities is based in skills and technique and IQ.
Yeah.
AJ and Yard and White as well and Wilder, even as African, they joined the fight game late. They joined it 18, 19, 20. They joined it 13, 14.
Did y'all join late?
You joined late. They all joined. I think even Lyndon Arthur joined late as well. Yes, they have the physical abilities to be amazing, but when you join late, when you come up against a skilled guy, I would say that's why I believe. The other reason why I believe Phil will end up being the best of this era, because I think maybe if he was basically fighting since he was out of the blue, he's come from a fighting family.
Gypsies to be fighting on.
And when you've been fighting for that long, just muscle memory, the skill level, you
you.
know the whole boxing book handbook, A to B, A to Z, sorry, Z to A, 1, 2, 3. You know everything to do.
Do you think? You know Yard fought Kolarov?
Kovalev, yeah.
Kovalev. Do you think that would take a lot? I've taken a lot out of him. Yeah.
He's still young, not necessarily. He almost beat him with a bit more better advice, and if he had a bit more experience, probably would have beat Kovalev. Kovalev was on a kind of decline. Yard.
And he fought Canelo.
He fought 70 days after. And, that's how Canelo got his fourth world championship. And this is what I say. But in the chat, people think I'm getting onto Canelo. I mean, he's the narrative of Canelo is so mad. It's actually so mad. When you, like I said, if I do the order,
four weights championship.
If I do the order in Canelo, a lot of guys will not be happy.
He's in for another Triple G fight now, isn't he?
Yes, he's gonna beat Triple G.
Triple G's 40 years old.
Triple G's, but obviously I guess watch the weight, So I don't know, but yeah. Yard, in my opinion, I would like to see Yard, like I said before, fight the British guys, fight the likes of Buatsi, you've fought Lyndon Arthur, there's other guy, Daniel Aziz, fight those guys, Richardson as well, fight those guys, then the best two, the winners of those guys go on to fight the better BFs, the Bivos, get some experience of fighting elite operators.
Bivos special fight.
Bivo better BF, that's the fight I see being on top of this light heavyweight tree.
The more they hype up, the more money you can get. That's why they're probably trying to delay it a little bit.
Boy.
Skill.
Bivo? That guy is crazy.
Speed,
Absolutely insane talent.
I think he's technically an elite boxer. Do you think technically at any weight, Bivo beats Canelo?
It depends how drained. Because obviously Canelo could go down to 168 and be fine. Canelo could go down to 160 and be relatively fine. I don't know if Bivo can go down to 160. I think 168 Bivo will still beat him. But 160, I don't know. We'll see. But Bivol is just a nightmare matchup for Canelo. Everything that Bivol does excellently well, Canelo, his weaknesses are. So, yeah.
He was just standing there and he was giving Canelo issues.
Canelo
got this thing where he's hitting people's arms.
Yeah, because it was working against a lot of guys. Because, you hit the arms, you kind of disarm that weapon. Especially against Callum Smith, his jab or left hook was strong. So you can't use it as much. It works, but obviously it's extra high weight. You can't really break down the Eastern Europeans, those type of guys that way. And Bivol just shrugged it off and it didn't work. And Bivol, quicker, skill in and out, uses his jab, punches to the body, lots of different angles. Stuff that Kelly's not really good at. The footwork. Yeah, I mean, Bivol it's a nightmare matchup for him. So, and that's what we saw. Tough, but shout out to Kelly. He tried to, tempted to be great.
You always shouting guys out. I'm shouting them out.
No, not just I give him tell the truth, but
I thought Billy Joe Saunders was good for the first 5 rounds, and then when Canelo hit him,
yeah.
Good night.
Good night, Irene. It's been true. The guy last.
Come on.
You know, last
Always a pleasure.
number
Always
10
a pleasure.
gave me a championship a couple seasons ago. Hope we get some more this season. But yeah, your boy Mello, your boy Jay Last, TMG. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all socials, the Instagram, the Twitter. Make sure you listen to us audibly. That'll be Apple Podcasts. That also be Spotify. Shout out to the brothers who trying to make it, and we're out of this.
A bit.